Hi, I'm Bruce Cameron. I'm the vacancy pastor at Ebenezer Lutheran Church in St. Louis. And this week we have talked about seeds and fields, about mustard seeds um, and bushes and trees, and about vines and branches and sowing and harvesting. And there's a certain irony to this in that I am one of the least agricultural people around. Back in the last century, during the Eisenhower administration, we planted seeds at Weller Road Elementary School into the little square milk cartons that we got for lunch, and um, and we grew little plants in the milk cartons, and then one Friday we took the plants that actually did grow, and we took them home to be a Mother's Day present. And on the way home, I dropped the container. And so I picked up some dirt that was there on my way home, and I filled in the container and put the plant back in. And I figured that no one would notice the difference. Um, my mother noticed the difference. She knew the difference between real soil and pretty much worthless dirt. And I think that as we talk about being the Lord's garden, about being the Lord's harvest, that while there is a need for truthfulness in our life, and we need to remember that what counts as fruit is the things that we do with our life, the, the ways that we actually treat other people in our life as a reflection of what we think of the Lord. But I think that the message of not worrying, about letting the Lord be the gardener, comes through as well. There was a parable that the Lord told, and He told it a couple times in different versions, one in Matthew, one in Luke, and it was the Lord giving, and we can simply describe it as sacks of money to His servants, and then going away. And the story is that the servant who received 5 sacks of money earned 5 sacks of money more. And the one who received 2 sacks of money did the same. The one who received 1 sack did nothing. And the judgment and the message was about the servant who did nothing while his master was away. And I have sometimes wondered about the parable that was not told. What about the servant who was given 5 sacks of money and earned 2 sacks in return? What about the servants who have been given so much and have not accomplished anywhere near what we could? We could have done so much more. And if that idea hits home to you, then let me give you a way to think about it. That you and I are God's vineyard. We are His garden today, July 25th, 2020. This is not the time for us to evaluate all that we have done since the Eisenhower administration. You have a Lord who considers you His garden today. And yes, there are things for you to do today. But what is important is that you have a Lord who is at work in your life with you as His garden. He is going to love and to care for, to trim and to clean, to weed and to cultivate, to fertilize. And the Bible actually uses the word manure in that process. And we are told the Lord enjoys this. He is pleased to have us in his vineyard, that we are part of his flowers and his grapevines, the fig trees and the blossoms of the place where he lives. So, yes, enjoy your time today. Bring forth fruit in how you live with the people around you. And look up with the confidence and the peace that you are in the garden of the Lord, protected, cultivated, and bearing fruit for him. So go in peace and praise and serve the Lord. Amen.